This is the new DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro, and we're gonna find out what's so pro about it. DJI has asked us once again to test out their latest action camera. So we're taking the budget to go to the happiest place on earth, Disneyland in California. First stop, Incredicoaster.
Let's go.
Pro level chip.
The Osmo Action 5 Pro features a new Pro level chip that allows for lower power consumption and higher computational power. One advantage of this new chip is that we can now film in 4K 120 frames per second in the 4:3 aspect ratio, arguably very process intensive. But the 4:3 aspect ratio utilizes the entire sensor, giving us the ability to crop the video in both horizontal and vertical orientations, for different social media platforms, of course. 120 frames per second slow motion buttery goodness. I gotta say, the mouth mount here really makes it look like I got kidnapped and put on this roller coaster for torture. But what's really torture is filming this video in possibly the hottest and brightest day of the year in Southern California. It was really hot. I was like drenched sweating when we were shooting this.
A little drop of sunshine.
But the Osmo Action 5 Pro is keeping up insanely well with no heating issues. We're filming intermittently with it, with the longest clip being up to 5 minutes. When running a long recording test in 4K 30p, it lasted a little over 24 minutes, whereas its predecessor stopped at just 10 minutes. And this is in 100 Fahrenheit or 37.7 Celsius outdoor environment. Impressive, or dare we say, incredible?
Pro level sensor.
Now obviously daytime footage from these action cameras have always looked good, but it's the low light sitch that we all struggle with. So let's take it into Pirates and see what our new pro level sensor can do. The Pirates of the Caribbean ride at Disneyland is notorious for its super dark and spooky atmosphere. Until you get to the movie adaptation portion of the ride, then it's just dark and silly. Nonetheless, just look at the footage from the Osmo Action 5 Pro. With the increase to 13.5 stops of dynamic range, we're seeing sharper details and better clarity compared to the muddiness from the previous Osmo Action 4. Now normally for tiny sensor cameras like these, it's recommended that we shoot in 4K 30p in order to maximize the low light performance. But the Osmo Action 5 Pro here is tackling the dark atmosphere like a champ, and in 4K 60p, might I add. But let me turn on super night mode on the Osmo Action 5 Pro and low light priority on the Osmo Action 4 so you can see what they can do in everyday nighttime scenarios. There is significantly less noise present in the Osmo Action 5 Pro versus the Osmo Action 4. And this is with noise reduction tuned all the way down on both cameras. We did not alter or correct these footage in editing in any way. This is all in camera with settings adjusted within the cameras themselves. And we're able to see details in the bright areas of the footage, whereas with the old sensor, the highlights would get completely blown out. So, yo ho, the Osmo Action 5 Pro life for me.
Pro level battery.
This now has pro level battery, giving us up to 4 hours of shooting, nearly doubling what was possible before. But it didn't get any bigger, still the same small, lovable size. Just like Jiminy Cricket.
Now let's quit fooling around and get to the point.
Pro level screen.
Because of the pro level battery life, we now have pro level screens. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna have to be real with you guys, okay? Because these screens here are seriously good, okay? These things are bright. I'm not gonna lie to you, I remember having to lower my screen brightness to near zero on any action camera just to conserve battery, which meant I can't see jack shh. But now I can actually see what I'm filming, which is really, really nice.
It was hot.
Seriously, I need to hammer this home to you guys, okay? We're out in Disneyland again during the hottest days of the year, and this camera did not break a sweat. We went through 2 out of 3 batteries throughout the entire day, from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., which is just insane for batteries this small. Whew, I'm getting hungry. And I've used action cameras for a better part of a decade now, so just being able to see what we're filming without worrying about battery life just made the overall user experience much more enjoyable. So if you've been meaning to upgrade your action camera, I would say the battery and the screens alone here on the Osmo Action 5 Pro are worth pulling the trigger for. And let me tell you what else.
Mic. No, not you, Michael. Microphone.
In the last couple of years, DJI has really created an amazing mic ecosystem. Their Mic 2 is compatible and it quickly connects to the famous Osmo Pocket 3 and now the Osmo Action 5 Pro without a receiver. Hello, mic testing 1, 2, 3, wireless lock mic compatible with this with no receiver? Like what?
Built-in storage.
And for my videographers and filmmakers, I got 2 words for you. Built-in storage. Oh, 47 gigabytes. 47 gigabytes. Okay, while it isn't much, it's just nice to know that if you forget a micro SD card, you can still capture something. I mean, these little suckers here, you can't even see it right now, but these little suckers are easily forgettable. Oh, I dropped it. Jinkies, where did my micro SD card go?
Pro-level subject centering and tracking.
And for solo shooters, there is the new subject centering and tracking feature, which is basically auto reframing to keep the subject in the middle.
Oh, I see the picture-in-picture now.
I'm not moving the camera. It just adds a bit of production value. You don't have a camera person in the back doing the panning and tilting.
Yeah, see, you're in it the whole time. Okay, very nice.
Very nice. Almost like magic. Though keep in mind the output will be 2.7K since it'll be cropping into the 4K to do all the tracking and recentering.
Price.
The price for the Osmo Action 5 Pro will be $349 US. And depending which bundle you get, the pricing will be different.
The Vong conclusion.
Keep walking, good.
Let's go.
So a lot of what we've shown today is straight out of camera with no alterations, and we are seriously impressed. And best of all, you don't need to be a pro to appreciate the pro level aspect of this camera.
I'll give it one shot, make it hot.
The pro level sensor makes this a tiny low light beast. We're seeing a lot more details in contrasty scenes, especially in bright areas where we would always lose details with small sensors. And the pro level chip helps keep this camera running longer and offers way better screen visibility in bright environments. First stop. And while the onboard mic is great, the easy wireless lav mic connectivity will help immensely for better voice audio quality. It can work on its own or it can pair with your phone via Bluetooth, so it's not limited to the action camera, but the Osmo Action 5 Pro is and can be a well-rounded package, not just for action, but also for everyday use cases too.
I'll give it one shot, make it hot. Tell me what you think. One shot.
Aw, that was so cute.
Shout out to Larry Marshall for filming this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Check out the Osmo Action 5 Pro in the links down below, and we'll see you guys in the next video.
Peace.
Bye.
They left me.
One shot. I'll give it one shot.
You don't know Jiminy Cricket?